Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So we were discussing chapter 4 about chart in MS Excel, and in that we have almost completed the chapter and we are about to start the exercises. So last topic was about spark lines. So let us see it once again and then we will move to the exercises. So here in the last topic we have seen that whatever the steps which we have followed for inserting the spark lines. So in the spark lines we have seen, for example, that the spark lines are of three types, that is line, column and win and loss. So whatever the data which you have in the table, these different rows, or you can say the records, can be selected to insert a you can say a word side chart in a single cell. Clear? So for all these steps we have seen how we can select the range of the data using, if you go to what were the steps, if you go to the insert tab, and in the insert tab we have the sparkline options. So whatever the type of sparkline you want to choose, we will select that. So when we will click that, we will get this create sparkline dialog box. Here whatever the data range we want to include, we can select that, and the location range is the cell in which the sparkline will be created. Clear? So here you can see these were the steps for changing, for selecting the records, for selecting the range of the records, and here the sparkline is created. So let us see it once again. So if I come to the software window, here we are. So suppose this is our table with the different data values here. So now if you want to create the sparkline for these data, suppose let us select the first cell. So here we will go to the insert tab, and in the insert tab we have line, column and win loss. These are the three sparkline types. So let us select column. So if I select this, here we get the data range. Clear? So in the data range, whatever the cells you want to select as a range of that sparkline, so here it is selected, and already the location range is G5 and data range is right now B5 to F5. This is the range of the values. Now if I click on the OK button, here we are getting the sparkline. Clear? And the same sparkline which is created for the one record, if we want to see the similar pattern for all of these, we can select and drag it down. Clear? So this way the sparkline is generated. Whatever the style and formatting you want to choose, select, we can find these all in the design tab. So here let us change the color of any of these. So here is the sparkline created. Not only this, if we come to the design tab, we can change the type here also, like if you want to create the line or win loss, so this can be done using these different types of these charts. Clear? So now let us come back to the textbook and complete the exercise. So yesterday also we have done few of these questions. Like first question is the tick the correct answer. So that we have done also. Let us see it once more. So first is the pictorial representation of the data is called. The answer is chart. Yes. Now next one is the type of the chart that shows the contribution of each value to a total value. So this we know that it is talking about the pie chart, where we display the data in the form of track and sector. So here it is the contribution of one value with respect to the other values. So the answer of this will be pie chart. Okay. Now coming to the third question, the central area within a chart area where actual data is displayed is known as. So what is the central area? Whatever the chart which we prepare, so inside that chart, in between those boundaries, or you can say the allocated area where the actual chart or the pattern of the chart is there, so that it has a name, it is called as plot area. Then question number D, a topographic map is an example of this type of chart. So what will be the answer? Topographic map it is talking about. So topographic map is example of 3D surface chart. Yes, then the text at the top of the chart is called as, there are three options: legend, chart title and value axis. Value axis are the values which is written on the axis title, you can say. Here it is talking about the heading which is present at the top of the chart. So the text, it has a name called as chart title. Clear? So complete these objective questions. Now moving to the question 2, that is true and false question. So let us see these questions. So first is, the stock chart is ideal for tracking the stock market activity. So yes, we know that the stock chart is about stock related activity. So it is a true statement. So write this as true. Now question B, area chart shows the correlation between two values set. So what is the purpose of area chart? We all know that area chart is whenever we plot some values and with the respect of the different values, the shaded part is the actual representation of those things. So here it is talking about correlation between two value set. So in the area chart we cannot see the correlation between two set values. So this will be false statement. Okay. So option number 2 is false. Then question number C, the data series, let us erase this first. Okay, wait a moment. So here we are. So question number C is, the data series is a caption which identifies the category of the axis. So this also is a false statement, because data series is the series of the values on the basis of which the chart is created. Clear? So this statement is also false. Clear? Because it is talking about the data series, but data series is something else. Now question number D, charts cannot be resized or moved. We have seen that whatever the chart we are creating, we can increase its size, as well as the position of the chart can also be changed. Clear? So the answer of this question is also false. Okay. Now question number E, the chart style is used to change the appearance of the chart. So yes, it is true. Whenever we create any chart, if you want to change the appearance of the chart, this can be found in the chart style. So this one is the true statement. Okay, so note it down. So option and the question 2A is true, and the question 2E is true, and the remaining are false. Note down the answers. Then we will come to question number 3, that is filling the blanks. So if we come to the question number 3, here it is. So I have written the answers of these questions. Let me come to question number 3. Here it is. So you can note down the previous answers also, true false, it is there. Now question number 3 is about filling the blanks. So what it is talking about, let us see. Question number 3A, the question is, charts are made up of variety of elements also called as. So whatever the items or the elements which we use for making the chart, so they are called as data objects. Clear? These elements are called as data object. Then question number 3B, a radar chart displays data in a blank irregular circle. Let us see this in the textbook once again, then you can relate it. So coming to the textbook, here we are. so it is about radar chart. So if we come to the previous pages, so here we are in the radar chart. So you can see that radar chart is a plot, that the chart plot data in a concentric irregular circle. You can also see here that whatever the values which you are denoting on these axes, so they are being denoted with the different values, and using those values they are uh, drawn with different concentric shapes. Concentric means same circle. Whatever the data value you are choosing, if it is having same center in the circle also, these are, we know that these are the concentric circle which are drawn with the same center. Clear? In the same way, here are the different irregular circle, you can say. So the answer of this will be concentric irregular circle. Okay, let us erase this, and then we will come to the answer which we are talking about. So the answer is concentric irregular circle. I hope you have written. Then question number C is, blank chart has the shape of round pies cut into pieces or slices. So what it is talking about? We have seen that the pie chart which we denote, they are cut into different slices, or you can say the different representation of the pie chart will be in the different pies. Clear? Or the slices. So the chart type is here is pie chart. Clear? So answer of the question number C is pie chart. Now question number D, it is talking about that it tells which data type, which data series in your chart represent. So we have seen also that whenever we make some chart, at the right side of the chart, the different colors which we are using, the different data series which we are using, they are represented with some color and their names. So these are called as legends. Clear? The answer of question number D is legend. Now question number E is, blank are the tiny word size charts that can appear in the cell. Appear in a cell. So what are these? These are the spark lines. We have seen the last topic of the book also, that whatever the data we are using, if we want to include the pictorial representation in a single cell, so that are called as spark lines. Clear? So the answer of last question is spark lines. Okay, so question number 3 is also completed. So let us pause the video and write down these, filling the blanks in the book also. Now coming to question number 4, let us see what is question number 4. So question number 4 is about, okay, let us come to question number 4. So here it is, the match the following. Clear? So we can do the match the following questions now. So question number 4A is data label. So what is data label? Data label, we know, if we come to the book also, we can see on page number 49. Here we are. Clear? So what is the data label? Here you can see also that data label is the text which is present, which provides additional information on the data points. So here if you see that these the data labels, the values which are present at the top of these. Clear? So these are called as data labels. So data labels are the text label that provides additional information. Clear? Now here you can match also the data label with the second statement, that the text which provides, the text that provides additional information. Clear? So data label can be matched with the second. Now data series. So what is data series? Here you can see it once again. What is data series? So data series is the group of the data from which a chart is derived. Clear? So whatever the value which you are using in the table of the Excel sheet, if whatever the set of values you are making for the chart, so that is called as data series. Clear? So the group of the data is called as data series. So here you can match with the statement 5, that is data group from which the chart is derived. Here the answers are also written. I am not matching it because it will not it will uh, be confusing if you'll see it together, all of these lines. So data series you can match with option 5. Then chart title. So chart title is, what is chart title? The title which is written with the chart or at the top, you can see. So chart title here, option number 4, that is top of the chart. Clear? That is chart title. Then y-axis and x-axis. Let us draw it once again. So whatever the chart we are drawing, we all know that in maths also we study graphs. So what is the y-axis and what is the x-axis, we know. So x-axis is the horizontal axis and y-axis is the vertical axis. Clear? The same we are talking about. So here the y-axis question D is y-axis. So D should be matched with the vertical axis. Clear? Here you can see that y-axis is the vertical axis. Then E is the x-axis. So x-axis can be matched with this question statement 6, that is the horizontal axis. Clear? Now F, legends. So what are legends? Legends are which are present on the right side of the plot area. Clear? Let me show you an example of the legend. Let us first erase this. So here we are. Let me show you example of the legend also, then you will see. So here if I show you, in the previous class I think I have shown you example of the legend. So this was one example and the another is this. So yes, here we have example of legend. So here you can see the marks which are present. Clear? The different elements, the different colors which are used in any of the chart. So at the right side of the chart we denote their names and the color codes. Clear? So this way it helps us to know that what exactly the different colors are denoting in these chart. So these are called as legend, and you can see the legend are present on the right side. Clear? So the answer of that was, if we come to our example, so here let us come to the question, what is legend? So legend is the match can be done with the option number 7, that is right of the plot area. Clear? Then question number G, what is plot area? So plot area is the actual chart where the actual chart is plotted. Clear? If we come to the textbook also, here it is given what is plot area. You can see the chart, the area of the chart where the actual chart is plotted. Means if you can see here, so this is the outer boundary. Clear? And the chart is present in between this, so that is the plot area. Clear? And the outer boundary where which is enclosing, that is the chart area. So chart area and plot area, these are the two terms. You can see it here also, that plot area is the actual area and chart area is the area where the chart components are enclosed. Means the outer boundary which is enclosing, that is the chart area. So I hope it is clear what is chart area and plot area. Now coming to the, so this way you can see the match the column we have completed. So write down these matching options. You can either write these options or you can match also. Now question next is, answer the following questions. These are the questions which we can find from the textbook also. So question 1 is define a chart and what is the need of the chart in Excel. So let us see the answers of these questions. So first is about definition of chart and the need of the chart in Excel. So let us find the answer of this. The first question answer can be found in the beginning of the chapter. So yes, here it is on page number 47. So first is what are charts? So chart are the pictorial representation of the data. Clear? So one line definition you can write that charts are pictorial representation of data. Then the second part of the question is what is the need of these charts? So you can write from here that chart help you to make instant decision based on the comparison of the numbers. Clear? Then it helps you to analyze and evaluate the worksheet conveniently. Clear? This much is the answer you can write. So first part is what is chart? So chart are pictorial representation, and second part is why we need chart. So chart help us to make instant decision based on the comparison of numbers, and it also helps to analyze and evaluate the worksheet conveniently. So this is the answer of question 5th A. So note it down. You can mark the answers in the book and later you can write in the notebooks. Then coming to next question, that is 5B. So let us see. Question number 5B is explain the different elements of a chart. So this we have explained while explaining the different things we have seen also. Let us see and what will be the answer of different elements of the chart. So the answer of this question is here next to this page. Yes, here on page number 49 you can see. Clear? So these are the different components. So you'll have to write all of these components. So this is a long answer type question. Clear? So write that the components of the charts are x-axis, write pointwise and explain these. Already the statement, the definition is very short, so you can write in one line. X-axis is the horizontal axis of the chart. Clear? So you can make it a little bit shorter wherever you can. So x-axis is the horizontal axis of the chart. Then y-axis is the vertical axis of the chart and known as value axis. Here also you can write that x-axis is known as category axis. Then data series, group of data from which the chart is derived. Chart area, it is the area where the chart components are enclosed. Then plot area, the area where the actual chart is plotted. We have just seen, also you can see here in this box. Then chart title is the text at the top of the chart, here which is present, chart title. Clear? That help us to understand what the chart represent. Then axis title, the title given to the x-axis and y-axis. Grid lines, so grid lines are the horizontal and vertical lines on the plot area which enhance the readability. Clear? Then legend are here it is not present. Whatever in the right side we see the different colors with their names explained. So we have seen also in the previous example. So legend you can write, the legend is the right to the plot area and identifies each data series. Clear? Only write the first statement. Then data label, this is the text or a label that provides additional information on data points. Here the values which are present at the top of these column. Clear? So this is the data label. Now this was the answer of question number 5B. Clear? So you have to write and explain all of these components. Now coming to question number 5C. that is how many types of the charts are available in Excel. So we all know the different names, the column chart, pie chart, so we have to write all of the names only. Clear? So let us see the answer of this question number 5C. So if we come again to the book, here are the different names. So you can see, you can write the answer of this, that the different types of the chart are, or let us see how many are there. I think there are 10 types. So you will write that the Excel provide 10 different kinds of chart. So you can write like this, that MS Excel provides 10 different kinds of the chart which are, and write number wise, that number 1 is column chart, 2 is bar chart, 3 is line chart, only you have to write the names, 4 is area chart, 5 pie chart, then 6 is donut chart, 7 is scatter chart, 8 is radar chart, 9 is 3D surface chart, and 10 is stock chart. Clear? Only you have to write the names of all these. This will complete the answer. Clear? So this answer is present. You can see on page number 47, 48 and 49. Only you have to write the names of these. And what are the total numbers? We have just seen there are 10 different kinds of the chart. So write the answer like this way. So I hope you have noted it down. Now moving to question number 5D. 5D is specify the purpose of the following chart types. So these are the different 4 types about which we have to write their purpose: column, pie, area and stock. So let us see these. So if we come again to the book, here you can see these are the answers. So let us erase this first. So answer of 5D about the column chart. First is column chart. So here you can write about the column chart, that this chart displays the data which changes over a period of time and compares various items. Only this much is sufficient. So this is the answer of 5th D, first part, that what is column chart. Next is pie chart. So pie chart, you can see here it is. So these were the numbers for the previous answer. You can erase this. So pie chart, you can see on page number 48 that this, or the pie chart, can begin from the second sentence or first sentence also. You can write that this chart has a shape of round pie cut into pieces of slices. It displays the contribution of each value to a total value. Clear? So this is the second part of the 5th D. Clear? So pie chart we have written. Then the third part is area chart. So area chart is also present here. Yeah, it is. So here is the one line statement. It displays the magnitude of change over time. Clear? This is also present on page number 48. So you can note down the area chart, the first statement. Then the question next is stock chart. The stock chart, here it is present at the last, that it is ideal for tracking the stock market activity. Clear? So this is the last fourth part of the 5th D. So you can note down 5th D, question number 4. Okay. So these were the 4 types. Only one line statement is sufficient for answering that. Now the last question is define sparklines in a chart. So we have seen about sparkline also. Let us see the answer of this question. So if we come again to the book, sparkline is present in the last part of the chapter I think on page number 57 here. Okay, 58. Here is the sparkline definition. You can write that in Excel. Don't write the year. In all of the latest version, the sparklines is present. So write the answer like this. In Excel, sparklines are tiny word-sized chart that can appear in a cell. Then write the last sentence also, that Excel includes three types of sparkline charts, that is line, column and win loss. Clear? So these are the two sentences we have to write for the answer of this question. Clear? So this is the last answer, that is fifth E. What are sparklines and what are the different types of this? Clear? So this is on page number 58. Now come again to the book. So this way we have completed all of the exercise question. The remaining is application based question and the lab activity. So these two questions we will discuss in the online class. So till then, complete all the questions which we have done and note it down in the notebooks also. So let us meet in the online class and discuss the application and lab activity question. Thank you everyone.